Hi, good afternoon, everyone. How are you?
Fine,
Can
thanks.
you hear?
Yes,
Hello?
yes, you can.
Can you hear? Yeah. Hello, how are you? Thank you for being here with us again. It's always a pleasure. As you know, today's webinar is about style, and Emmanuel Barros is our presenter. Hi, Emmanuel. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Thanks. If you have any questions during this webinar, you can write them in the chat, as always. Please explain the questions as best as possible so that in the end, it will be easier for Emmanuel to answer them. I already know that you are going to ask this. So yes, this webinar will be available on our YouTube channel, and we will send you the link by email. So that's all. Are you ready, Manuel?
I think so. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So welcome. And this was probably the hardest webinar for me to prepare. I'm not a designer, and that's not my goal. My goal here is to explain you how to use certain feature of Kalipso to make your design a bit different than this one, the simple application that I have here. Let me just close one thing. Okay. Okay. So I made a very basic application to help me start. Okay, and I will deploy this right away to my Android, and I will test everything on an Android that I have here with me. It just have an update button to synchronize the project and a button to get some data to test, and then we will go and open other. Let me see if I can turn off the notifications. Okay, and see if I can open my phone. Okay. Okay, good. First thing, Kalipso, as you know, has a bunch of icons. Okay, they are free to use. You can use in your projects, and all the icons are here on the folder. Using a test folder today, so to have a clean installation. Kalipso designer, where they are, icons, here they are. Okay. So you can open and you will see that all the icons are in a vectorial file. So they are SVG files. And if you want to add your own icons, you can do it. Okay, it's very easy. So let's try and import some icons first, and let's see how this goes. So let me open my browser. Okay, and you have a bunch of resources online. You can go and fetch some icons from material design from Google, and they have lots of icons. Okay, so let's grab settings. Okay, you see you can download as an image, or you can download as a vectorial file. Okay, so let's go here to my Kalipso icons. So I'll add a new folder. I will call it webinar. I'll save the file, and that's it. Okay. The problem is now I need to close Kalipso and open Kalipso again. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Now, if you go to icons, see, we have a webinar folder with the icons for that we just downloaded. Okay. So this is one of them. Other that I like to use because I already compiled some of them for me, and they are from Google, and you can download also. And I have a folder with all the files. Let me put them here too. Okay, easy as that. Again, I need to close and open. Okay, yes, that's a bit annoying to do, but we are not adding icons every time, so probably you will just do this once or twice. Okay, icons are really useful, and to make them as pretty or as defined as possible, my recommendation is always to put the bigger size and then reduce the size. Let's see this happening. Let's try to use this one. Okay, so I'll grab and drop 128, and I will reduce this to, let's say, 30, and then I will use the 32. Okay, let's put that also as 32. So from here, they look almost the same. Oops. They look almost the same. Let me see if they are on the same. Yes. But on a device, they will look quite different. Why you are not updating? I don't know. Let me deploy like this. Okay, see, one is very nice, and the other one it's quite blurry. Okay, so this is the lesson that I want to transmit for the icons. Okay, so that's the first one, and that's the easy one. Okay, let's make a new form, and the other ones that let me show. See, okay, I have a bunch of them here. New ones. Other things that I can do with icons. So I can grab an icon, and if I want, I can edit and modify the icon. Let me see. Okay, so pick an icon. I will select the same icon, and now I can change the color of the icon. Let's use a blue color. Okay. So now my icon is blue. So you don't need to go and pick a blue icon. You can change that here. You can merge icons. You can modify the position and rotate and so on. So you can do, okay, that's not a Photoshop, but you can do some interesting stuff with the colors. Let's also see the other options again. So search, edit, sorry, pick an icon. Go again here to. So as you can see, we can change the color, we can add a shape, we can overlay other icon, move it, make it bigger, add some text. Okay, so let's see. You can rotate the icon. Not this one. It looks the same at 90 degrees or not. Or you can zoom it or not. Okay, so you can do some interesting. How can I say, some interesting transformations. Okay. This one is horrible. Okay, don't do that. It's just to exemplify. Let me delete. Okay. Regarding icons, that's more or less about it. Moving on. Okay, this project that I start, I have no style. Okay. So, but I want to use the style here in Kalipso. I'll remove that option and I will select a different one. I'll select the gray one today, just not to be the same. Times. Okay. So now if I go to new form, it's taking a while today. Okay, as you can see, we have some templates that are empty, but you don't need to use this one. You can create your own template. Okay, so let's create our own template to reuse several times on the project. Okay, let's create a form. Let's give it a name, something like. Okay, so we have an empty form. I'll use here the Go button to show form 1. And in my opinion, to make your life easier, you should create another form just to try and save what you like. Okay. So first thing you can use, let's bring here a label, okay, or a title. Let's make this bigger. Okay. Let's change the type that we have here. Okay. Let's pretend we don't like this. We don't like this font. So let's change it. Okay. You can also run here to Google to help you. I bet they have some fonts here. And we can use the most traditional one, that is Roboto, and we can download the family. Extract. Okay, so let's import this to Kalipso. Let's go to Project, Resources, Fonts, Plus, and let's search for the regular type. Download, Auto, regular, it's here. Okay. And Kalipso will try to guess if inside the same folder you have bold, italic, and so on. So now we have one. Okay, good. and I can change just for this label, okay, to see how it goes. It's quite different. And let's do more things. Let me copy this. Instead of icon, you can use these if you want to go back. Or if you don't want to use a label, you can delete them again. You can, let's grab some icons. Let's use also from external sources. Let's see, back. And it's difficult for me to find. Okay, it's here. They are duplicated. That's quite big. Okay, let's put it on the corner. And let's reduce the size. Let's see, 40. Looks more or less. Let's reduce it a little bit. Okay. And I will also use some lettering here. Every time I'm streaming, my computer gets very slow. Okay, this one is quite big. And let's reduce this one, 18. Now it's better. Let's try that on my smartphone to see how it looks. Know why it's not updating. Let me just confirm that I have everything. It's good. Okay. We'll close this. It's not a line, and maybe the back can be bold. Okay, let's see if I can align them. I need to select the first one, then the second one, and then let's center. Okay. Now they are aligned. And let's make the back bold. Okay. Let's test on the device. Okay. Okay. Now it's at least it's centered. Okay. That is okay. So now we have something that we like. So let's save it. Now how can we save it? Okay, let's go here with the project. See how slow it is. Let's go to styles. And we are using the default one. Okay, the newspaper. But let's pretend we want to make a new one. So I will duplicate this. Webinar. And I can select a default icon set. Okay, so now we have a webinar. Let's edit some things here. So we like that font, so why not import here? Roboto, regular. Okay. And this one, apply, go back, go back. Let's change now for our template that we created, project. So webinar, yes. Okay, and if I want to reuse the back, it's updating resources. Okay. This is getting really slow. Okay, and if I want to save this, let's go to the properties and let's make a style for this. So plus, this will be the back label or label back. So now even if I want to reuse them, I can just drag and drop a label. I want to say menu. They are different. But if I want to be exactly like that, I just double click and select label back. That's it. It will be exactly the same. What I like to do, okay, and let's go here to the title too. So our, how can I say, our screen here, it's just 240. Let's check that. Double click on the form, so it's 240. So let's make this wider. Okay, center. Maybe less. maybe it's a bit smaller, 20. Okay. So we like this. We want to reuse this a lot. So I can right click and add it to as a template. Okay. Now if I go to new form, still dating. Normally it doesn't take so long, but because I'm streaming, I don't know. Sorry about this. I think I have to arrange a different setup to stream. Okay, now if we go here to user templates, we have our new template to reuse. So moving forward, so creating a form, you can, if you like that, you can save as a template and then reuse that on the rest of the project. So everything is the same on the same place. So you just need to change the lettering and so on. Okay. Other thing that we use a lot is buttons, but they are very, how can I say, very limited. Okay, so why not change that? Instead of using a button, you can use an image. Let's use an image. Let's select a color. Let's put the text in the middle. Use a white text. Again, let's use our Roboto language. I'll explain this later. And let's make this a bit bigger. Okay, this will complain because you are not really using any image, but that's okay. See? Okay, so now we can extend that. So you can use like that without any, how can I say, without any corners, or why not make this bigger and use rounded corners like this. Okay, just to compare, I'll put a button with the same color. And make it the same size. Okay, let's see the difference. The difference? Okay, they do the same thing, but for some designers, I think this one it's a little bit more nice. Okay, they do exactly the same thing. Delete this one, and you can really change the corners. You can go even further. Let's do some exaggeration. No, not that much. Less. Okay. So, and if you like this one, why not save it? Plus, we know that's an image, but let's call it a button. Blue. Big. Okay. Other thing that we don't talk, I normally don't talk too much, but it's also very useful. That you don't need to duplicate the code. So if here you want to close this, and if in the back you already have the action to close or other actions to ask if the user wants to save and so on, why not execute event and use label one click? Okay, it's better to give proper names to the label. Go back. So I made a mistake. This one. Label back. Okay. Also, you can also use the back button on Android or the swipe to go, in this case, back. So execute event, label click back. And the tab control, let's use the tab control. I need at least one column. Let's call it IA. And now we have okay. So now we have tabs. Let's add some image inside. Why not use the one that we have, button book bleeding. I will drag and drop here. And just to be different, let's drop it here. Okay. Okay, and date. Oh, I think I forgot to show form main one. Okay, so if I use my finger, I can swipe left and right. Okay, that's the tab control, and you can put anything inside the tab control. But as you can see here on the top, you have letters. You can use also icons, but they will stay closer together. Okay, they will adjust to the content of the how can I say, of the the title. Okay, but you can use image also to over there. Okay, let's use some icons. So let's put this to the corner. Smaller. Smaller. Let's change this so it's white. Okay. And this one, let me change to. Okay. So I have the icons side by side. Okay. And now they are covering the label, and I can use that. So if I click here, I can set selection tab 1. Okay. And if I click here, I can set selection tab 2. Okay. So I can switch between tabs. And why not change also something? Let's also change some color or a dot or something. Let's also use the blue one. That's not what I want. I'll put it here on top, but then you can place it on top of the other, or you can use an image, or you can use other things. Not all of them. Okay, so now if I change, I can set that control on and off. So if get selection, if equals 1, set property, shape 1, visible, yes, shape 2, visible, no. Oops, here, visible, no. Visible, yes. So this is, and let's, when we open the form and set selection 1. Okay, if I didn't do any mistake, if we swipe, that will change the little the little blue sign. Okay, back date. So you are not limited to the tab control, so you can play with it. Okay. Other things that sometimes I see is this one. Okay. I have a lot of actions here. This is to get text and icons and so on. You can use an hourglass on and then hourglass off. But if you use an hourglass off, you need to remember to use that before the cancel. And to be honest, before the message. Why? Because in some kind of error, if you forget that, you get the message of the error, but then the hourglass will not cancel. That's quite annoying. Let's see how this goes. So back, date. See, oops. Oops. Okay, I did some mistake here. Every time it goes live, it has a problem. Okay. So that crashes, and we didn't. The logo didn't keep going. Okay. Okay. It was not supposed to happen. Yesterday night I was testing and it was working. Now I don't have the time to deal and check what's going on. Okay. So sorry about that. But we can also use other things. Okay, let's create a new form, an empty one. And I want to create an empty form, a smaller form. You don't always need to have the same size of the form. So let's change that to something like this. Okay. This will be smaller, will be like a square. Okay, let's make it look a bit bigger. And because we have this centered, this will show up like this. Right there. Okay. Sometimes customers ask about animations. We don't have any control specific for animation, but we do have HTML viewer. Oops. Okay. And inside the HTML viewer, I can load up HTML file with an animation or just a GIF. Okay. So to make my life a little bit easier, I will just copy this. Okay. And as you can see, I need an image that is image.gif. Let me grab that. Save project, not this one. Folder. Also send, copy paste. Internet up. I don't have another browser here. Okay, leave it. Let me see. Here it goes, the animation. And if I want to load something, I can, or either I put everything here on a global action set or something else. Okay, so I can copy that. I will remove the hourglass. I no longer need it. So execute global action set, thread mode, yes. And I can use a small trick. You can do that on different ways, but let's do something like this. Set value when I exit the global action set. I can use a global action to stop animation. Okay, and before that, start animation, show form. And here I will create an infinite cycle. Okay, because the global action set will not work, because my HTTP request is not working, I will comment that, and I will make a slip of, let's say, 5 seconds. Okay. Okay, maybe you need to adjust this a little bit better, but and you can bring any kind of animation. At least your user know that you are doing something, or you are synchronizing, getting files, and so on. Okay. So I have other things to talk about, but I think we are running out of time, right?
Yeah, almost an hour.
Yes, that's my computer was really slow. I'm sorry about that. Maybe we need to have another one. Okay.
I don't think they won't mind.
Yes.
We have questions. Are you ready?
I hope so. I had one more things here to talk about, but I don't have the time. Okay. So yes, bring the questions.
The first one, is it possible to add design resources by adding XML or even coding CXX?
Yes and no. Okay. First thing, and I should have said this in the beginning. that in our website we have a plugin for Adobe XD. I don't know if that's the correct name, but that plugin is no longer working. So please don't bother to download, because Adobe changed the software and now our plugin, it's not working. Okay, so let's forget that. Regarding your question about XML, no, but if you go to styles, edit, advanced, you see here button to import. So you can import icons, or you can export this one, this style, and you can edit everything because it's a CSS file. Where is it? Let me show you on the folder. See, that's a CSS file. Okay. So if you know how to change that, you can change it. Other thing that I forgot to mention that I want to mention now. Remember that we have all the icons in blue, the blue big button blue big. If you want, you can change. Let's change the color to red. And the border color too. And now if I apply, that will apply to all the projects. So you don't need to go image by image, button by button to change the color. And that's applied to the type of font, to the, I don't know, the color of the font, if it's bold, if it's not bold, if it's on the left side, right side, and so on. Okay, so you define the styles that you want, and if by the end you need to adjust something or adjust the color, or if you are making a project to a new customer and you just want to change the color, you can do it. It's very easy, and you just need to update resources. That's on my computer. It's taking a while. Sorry. Bring the next question when this is syncing.
Yeah. Is it
Okay.
possible to change the... it's okay.
Yes, please.
Yep.
If it's possible
Is it to change the icon in the image object in Runtime?
You can change from one image to the other, yes. You cannot modify the image in Runtime. But if you want to draw something on the image, you can. You load the image to a draw control, and then you can draw something on top of it. But let's say you have two images and you want to switch between them, that's okay. Just do a set value with the image file, and that's it.
Next one, how did you just create the single project file?
How did I just create a single project file? No, the project has more than one file, as a bunch of them. I'm not understanding the answer, the question. Please, can you elaborate? Yes, to the next question until David Olmel ask again. Okay.
Yeah. Is it possible to animate them on Kalipso form as it's running? For example, having an arrow at the screen.
Unless you use okay, I'm saying no, but in reality, if you want to, you can do set property, and you can change the position of a control, and if you create a cycle, you can move the control around. But please don't do that. Let's just stick with no. And if you want an image to be animated, use a GIF. Otherwise, no. Okay. Don't go here. You can, but don't go there. Okay. It's not. the ideal situation.
One more, is that window showing a mobile device simulator on the computer? If so, which emulator is used, and does it come with Kalipso, or does it need to be?
It's not an emulator. It's a Android device. I don't know if it's this one. Okay. This is not an emulator. It's just I'm just using the screen. Okay. So I'm running this natively. Okay. Kalipso as an emulator. It's not an emulator. It's a simulator for the project. You can use the simulator here on the PC, but because we are using Windows 32, some things goes nicer on Android. Okay, see the icon here is not very pretty, but on Android it's a lot more pretty. If you want a closer to Android on the PC, you can use Windows 10, and that is closer to Android than the simulator. But I'll always try on Android. Probably most of you are developed for Android, so see, it's much nicer.
Okay, next one. Does the tab control with the swipe effect work on any platform?
Works on iOS and works on Android. Also works on Windows, but you cannot swipe with the mouse. I think at least I never tried. Let me try. No, not on Windows 32, but I think on Windows 10 you can, because it was developed for the phone. But if you are using a mouse, probably that's not a problem. But works on iOS and works on Android. That's all. No. I think if you have a Surface, I think it does, but please let me know. I no longer have a Surface.
Can you show the control for the animation again?
Oh yes, it's this one. Okay, the control, it's just HTML control, and inside the HTML control on content, I just have a HTML file. Okay, so nothing really special. I'm just loading the image, and then I'm telling the image that auto merging left, right. That is a little bit of CSS, nothing very overcomplicated. I don't know why I have it right here. Sorry, just me playing around. But we can share this, no problem.
Will the plugin work again in the future?
That's a good question. We didn't decide yet if we will modify it to make it work or not, because in the beginning Adobe XD was a free product and we were happy about it because it was free, but now it's a paid subscription and it's not quite cheap, so we don't know if we'll keep using that or not.
What does the splash from project? Can you demonstrate?
Yes. Or is it splash? Okay, let's pick an image here. This one. Okay. So basically what this does is it will show the image for X amount of time, let's say 5 seconds, and then we'll go away. It's taking, okay. Let me show. Maybe it's getting too fast. And I cannot change. Let me put this slower. Oh, I think my computer give up. Okay. This. See, so just an image with the hello. I will close and open again. Image with the text, and after that go to the project. Do that also with the form if you like. Just put a timer and then show next form. Next question.
Yeah. Is it possible to mimic Android with swipe on the tab control? For instance, you only put 2 tabs. If they
Yes.
were 5 or 6 tabs, could we swipe across?
Yes, you can. I just put 2, but if you place more tabs, you go swipe, swipe, swipe. I don't know if you can see my webcam. Okay. I only have 2, but you keep going and you have more tabs.
Is it possible to make a letter?
I didn't understand. If it's possible to
Make a letter with a curve.
letter with a curve.
With a curve.
What's that? Letter. You are talking about a letter like text, or a letter like a paper.
No. I think is text.
With a curve? No. I know. So you want it upside down or something like that? No, you can't. No, we don't have that kind of rotation. You can create an image and you can put text on the image, and I think you can rotate that text, but that will not, I don't know if it will be very pretty, to be honest. You can use a blank icon and then write something. I don't know. No, no. I don't know if that's the idea to rotate, but it's no.
Is it possible to add a video as a splash screen?
Oh yes, we even have a control dedicated for video. Media player. So you can load a video here. I don't have any video right now, but yes, you can load it here, an MP4, or you can have HTML and load the video from YouTube. So you can have both. Okay, with the video, with the media player, then you have actions to control the video. You can pause, you can go forward. See, you can go to a specific second position, set state to play, to pause, to stop. Okay, so you have lots of control about the video. So yes, you can have it.
Is it possible to add a font to Kalipso without using the styles?
Yes, you can add the font like I did with the with the resources and never bother going to the styles. Okay, you can add another one. Let's just, I have one here from I think it's April. It's San Francisco font. Okay. Let me copy that. And now I'll change to San Francisco. Okay. Now it's different font. And I didn't put it on styles, and I can deploy this one. Where is it? Okay, update. Oh, this one is still the old one. Sorry. Forgot to turn off the splash. Okay, go. They look very similar, but they are different. Okay. but yes, you can have add fonts without adding to the style. Okay. Next
That's
question.
all. That's all.
That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So sorry about my PC getting so slow with the streaming. I think I need to find a different solution. Maybe I need a second PC to stream. And any question you can send to support. And if you have special question regarding styles, please send. I know this is difficult, but it's always good to ask for a designer to design the interface. But I know that's difficult because a designer it's not a programmer, and normally we are programmers, we are not designers. So it's always difficult. But if they are designing, it's just ask them, okay, that's an image. What's the size? Or what's the percentage from the border? What's the percentage for the round thing? What is the font? Let me grab the font. And I forgot to tell one thing. If I still have, I don't have the time, but I will occupy your time anyway. I see that a lot, and please don't do that. That is, so you want an image like this one, okay? But you want a bigger button, so with a different color below. So you put an image like this with a color that is, let's say, blue. Okay, like that. So now I need to send this back because I want the image to be on first. That. Okay. Blue on blue, it's quite difficult to see. Let me put this green. Okay. And now you want to add an action on this icon to jump to the other one. But you also want the user to click around the icon also to jump to another form. And I see people putting transparent image on top of everything. Please don't do that. Just to do this one to show form, whatever you want to show. And then go to the image below and do execute event on that image. Okay. Don't put another control on top of that. Okay. Please don't do that.
Thank you, Emmanuel.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I think we need to do a part 2 about styles.
Yes, maybe we do. I still have things here to talk about.
Yeah.
Regarding some people ask me about search and get the list below. That's very easy to do, and other topics. Okay, so maybe another time. If you still have questions about graphical things, please send to us. And please make it simple. Okay, don't overcomplicate this. And also, don't change the size if you are designing for a smartphone. Don't change the size of the project. Okay, it works well everywhere. Don't don't uh, don't overcomplicate it. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. That's all for today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.